Alright, here we go. Is that working? Alright, here we go. Yep, that works. Cool. Let's get some music going. Oh, great, it's just broken. What on earth? Okay. Uh, let's just tell people that this stream exists and we'll go. Man, Discord folders are a great idea, but I can never find anything in them. Oh shoot, where'd it go? Oh, they might have changed their icon. Yeah, they did. Oh, there we go. Cool. Right, let's get on with something. Recommend you set stream bit rate. Hang on, is it still running fine? Hang on, is it still running? Yeah, that works. Right, okay. Well, I'm going to ignore that then. Okay, cool. Right, so what have we got on the to-do list? Okay, so we got some biome stuff left. Let's do that. Yeah, that'll do volume-wise. So yeah, I've just been... oh yeah, that's a new thing. Broadcast, so it just lets me send messages to the player. There isn't much at the moment. I hope you enjoy what there is. And it leaves you alone. So yeah, I have got learning words in the game at the moment. I might shut up for a bit. Oh yeah, I've also added a nutrition and hunger system with things you can eat. That needs to be improved on. Might do some of that in a bit. But for the moment, I'm going to work on these new biomes. I put them on, you know, all over the place for the time being, so you can see how they're working in different settings. Oh yeah, also, trees on top of rocks. They now... Never mind, they're still broken. That's a ridge, that's why. Okay, got it, I'll sort that out. Yeah, these. They don't look great to me. You know what would look good? If there was some like height between those flower things, that might make things look better. Also, those orbs could be done in different sizes. That'd be better. Yeah, oh yeah. I'll show how the language learning system is. First, we got it's difficult to see on screen, but at the top right, it shows one of those pillar things, those blue and purple post things you see around the map. Oh, I've lost it. Where is it? Where is it? Oh, I bet it's got overwritten by one of these. Yeah, I think it was here. Oh, shame. Right. Yeah, I'll show that off with you. Yeah. But yeah, those posts are literally, you walk up to them, you press F, and it tells you 3 new words with like what the symbols are, how to pronounce it, what it means. And I currently got that for every word and combination of words in the lore, so that's pretty good. Right, let's get working on these. This is height off the ground, so let's do -1 to 1 times. Can't see. No, thank you. All that. That'll do. Right, so now there should be a little bit of variation in heights of flowers. I spelt math wrong. Right, let's find one. Those look different heights. Ever so slightly, but you can see that they are different heights. It looks better, but it could be even better. Even better. Right, let's check this height. Oh yeah, I've also put some settings in. First is int maths, so if you want, you can get that good old nostalgic crunchiness. I quite like it, really. Anyway, let's turn that off. This is so things reduce in polygon count. This, whoops, that turns it off. So, yeah, slower but full detail in the distance and stuff. This is better for taking screenshots with that look nice, but for actually playing the game, this is much nicer. Oh, and this thing just turns off texture reduction in the distance. So in the distance, yeah, you can see it on those orbs up there. It quarters the texture size. If I turn that off, then you can see it has the full resolution texture. I don't know if it affects speed, but I'll leave it in there just in case it does. Not much change there. There's definitely a difference. It feels like it needs some kind of grass in there. Just some kind of grass. Yeah, for anyone wondering, I am about just over halfway through the features of this next update, and once I have finished this biome, I'll be 3/4 of the way through, just over. Oh shoot, if you want to take a look at early versions of the game, I have a Discord server. That's probably how most of you found this stream anyway. One minute. Right, that's getting muted. Does that? Yes. Cool. Right. Let's make some grass. Let's order this first. Right. Oh. You know what? That's better. And yeah. Alright, that will do for that. This grass is gonna look absolutely horrible. Oh, well, if it makes it look nicer, then that's job done. Oh, actually, yeah, good point. Let's get that out the way. Okay, that looks less horrible. Yeah, that's better. Right. That song's not in this playlist. Alright. That'll do. That'll do. Right. Now let's have this. Yes, I know this bit of code looks horrible, but there isn't too much of a better way of doing it. There are better ways of doing it, but they're not worth the time building, I don't think. Anyway, that's texture number 49 in, and I could just put it on an else, but that might make too much. Oh, I know. Else. Wait. There we go. Let's make that. Wait. It's not 32 by 32, it's... Yep, it's 24 by... Oh, I did put it in. I thought... whatever. It works, it works. Let's see it. Okay. Oh, that looks much nicer. Much nicer. Oh, that looks so much nicer. But I think that's just made it work. We still need to get those orbs ready though. Alright. Yeah, the bubbles, the blue orb things, what I really want them to be like is like domes in the ground with like little things swimming in them, but that's a lot harder to make than you know, this poor little framework can do. Good stuff. Okay. I think the orbs would work better if they were at least smaller. Or if I gotta remember to add them into the animation loop, so do that. Could work as 12 by 12, but let's get rid of that for the time being. Yeah, this next update's going to have some actual gameplay in it. And hopefully the rest after will as well. It's a shame it's taken so long to get here, but hopefully the foundations that are being made will support all the features that you want to see in the game. I still need to make the interior though. That's a way off being created though. You know what? Yeah, if we just alternate between this and the large one here. Yeah. Whoops. Oh yeah, to anyone who watches this video and tried out some of the previous versions of this game, I'm sorry for all the crashes. It's, yeah, I run on Linux, so testing for Windows, it's a bit of a pain. But also it's lots of the old versions looked for specific files that, for one reason or another, the distributed build wouldn't create, so that just immediately crashed the game. So all that should be fixed though. All the newest distributed versions have worked, and there's a Linux build now, and they're all thoroughly tested. Oh yeah, let's actually put it in 50. It didn't crash though, so that means it's loaded correctly, hopefully. Oh wow, okay, that's not this playlist. Hang on. That's not this playlist. What? Hang on, let me sort my music out. This is stupid. Oh, that's... so I need to stop using Google Play Music. It's been a steep ramp downhill. I don't like it when Google removes features from things. Especially genuinely useful ones. Right. So that's the 48. Ah, that 48's the... Right, got it. Right, so that means it just picks one or the other. I'll also make them slightly rarer. Hang on. Yeah, slightly rarer. I'll put the shine back on in a bit. That looks a lot more balanced, certainly. The only downside with having it like that is that there might be biomes that spawn without orbs. And the orbs are kind of the main attraction of this biome. This looks quite nice. Oh yeah, there we go. Yeah, if you want to take screenshots, holding down H or H gets rid of the HUD. Or if you're feeling particularly generous and want to have a logo in it, hold down Y. Oh yeah, I added a your hunger goes down over time, but it takes like 15 minutes to get to the bottom. But yeah, you just left click and hold on something that's edible and then you'll have eaten it. Also these leaves, the red ones, they're edible. So they've got a use now. So that's good. Okay, this isn't the only biome going in today. There's one more biome that needs to go in. Well, not needs. I want to experiment with. Because the original idea for Anthothea was really dense forests, but that's a lot harder said than done with trees like this. With the old 2D trees, yeah, that was no problem. With trees like this, it's a lot harder. Also, there's, look up and 3D renders. Oh yeah, maybe we could fix that today. It's not going to be an easy fix. No. Alright, let's get a grip on these. One moment. Right. What am I up to? Ah, yeah, creators. Let's reduce the amount of these. Oh yeah, that'll do it. So it's guaranteed to make one. Let's put it on 3. That puts it on par with markets. That's a bit more common than that. That should do it. And we'll also make it so they don't wipe out the posts. There's one. Oh, no flower. It's too small for a flower. I'll change that. There's no one. Oh yeah. Wait, I can't remember if I said in the next version. Fish are back. Yeah, that works just fine. Okay. Yeah, I'll bring that logo up off the ground in front of the face. Right, let's make it so it can't generate things that are too small. That should do it. Oh, let's get the application order as well. Here. How are posts so low down? That doesn't make any sense. Alright, let's move that. Right. Let's see if that post is back. And I'll show you how to learn some words. It's back. Good. So yeah, the idea is that you can only get so many words out of it every certain amount of time. So you can get three words out at a time, and you can only do it when the logo's in the top right. And you just press F on it, and spoiler warning, I'll tell you when the words are gone if you don't want things to be spoiled. But there's one word. In fact, probably a very important word. Oh, hang on, can you see that? Oh, the stream overlay. Oh, you can't see it. Well, okay, I guess nothing's spoiled then. But yeah, I'll show the symbols and then what things mean. I'd probably change the font to make the A look a bit more A-like, because that looks like an O. That's an A. And that stays on the screen for however long. And that's your 3 words up. There you go. And you have to wait for your next 3 words. There's no... That's a ridge. I'm pretty sure that's a ridge. It would have happened there. It's large enough, but ridges wipe out all of the stacked stuff on top of them. Never mind, I just got contradicted. I guess they do. that wipes out the 2D zone. Yeah. That's not good though. Let's check the other one. Oh, I know what it might be. I might have used different variable than the one supposed to. That one's got some. That one's got too few. And none. Okay. Let's see. That's better. Hang on, that's not the flowers. That is everything else. Okay, that does look bad with grass, but no, it is just the right. Let's up the rate of them if we can't get more. That's better. None. That's strange. And there. Oh yeah, I can fix these I might be able to fix these close-up polygons vanishing when going up hills. Along the sides, a different approach is needed, and I'll get right on that at some point. Yeah, none. That's a shame. That one's got loads though. Alright. That works. For that though, so it can't go over the edges. Right. So I think that can be checked off the list. That's now 10 out of 17 features for next version completed. I could probably bump that up to 11, but let's get another biome done. Right. Or, instead of that, let's rework forests, because they're great and all, but they don't exactly have a high tree count. That's mainly because they're really heavy, these ones. It's It's the number of layers that do it. But it's also the number of layers that makes them look decent. Let's see how many layers they got in a moment. 10. Okay. Yes, 10. Okay, let's see how halving it goes. This is going to look a lot worse, I'm sure of it. But it does mean more trees. Oh. Whoops. Do I mean 3.5? Oh no, that was the one I was supposed to mess with. Oh no, never mind, hang on. 5. Whoops, hang on. 3.5. It's now 7. Right, let's see. Right. Yeah, let's not have that. That's 3.5. Oh no, it's divider, isn't it? Got half that. Yeah. So that's 1.5. It's 1.75. Yeah. Let's see how this works. Oh no, they look awful. They're smooth but crap. They're genuinely awful. Okay. Okay. You know what, let's just put them back the way they were. Beef up the density again. And then just beef up the density and then slowly improve things. So let's subtract 8 from that, which is 16. That might be a bit much, but so it'll be a lot denser. Can't tell if that's the... Does make it a bit slower. That could certainly be faster. I can think of a few ways of making it faster, but they're going to be difficult to put in. Well, perhaps. Could render each segment at 360-degree angles. and then just use that rather than rotating it in the canvas. That could work. That could help. Not sure how much though. Let's see if there's a faster way of drawing things. Render. Here we go. Actually, if that's being tested, then let's turn that on. Yeah, when you put that on it, oh, I forgot about the graph. It does slow things down having everything checked, but it will tell us if it's running any faster or any slower than it was. Let's give it a minute to settle. Let's see if we can see, was it the stack thing in it? Don't see it at the moment. Draw. I don't think that font has underscores. Whoops, gonna have to put that in. Yeah, you can see that the spikes, the lag spikes. No clue what causes it, but the graph sees it, so. Right, anyway, let's see. Render. Draw, there it is. Right, so draw stack. Let's see, draw stack. That's a bit high, but that's a lot of loops. That is a lot of loops. Oh, hang on. It's the same loops as plants and items. There's something wrong here. There's something wrong. There's something wrong. Oh, I see. Right. It doesn't. Okay. I'm not sure that's a fair test. It should be. Well, okay, that one's fine though. Actually, is there any way this could be sped up? My code is really ugly sometimes. Just awful. Hang on. Why is it doing that loop and then that? Oh, no, I see. It's not, that's not inefficient. I mean, that's inefficient. Goodness sake, what am I saying? Yeah, that's pretty inefficient. That's not great. Hello, welcome to the stream. I'll show you some of the new things. Oh, sorry about the massive graph. Hang on, where's the off switch? There it is. False. There we go, right. Yeah, it's now got a message system at the top that says hello. I'm working on the food system, so it's like the food meter with what you eat, and you can click and hold to eat stuff. And yeah, there's messages at the top. And this is the biome thing working on at the moment. So how are you all doing today? Thank you. Yeah. I'm trying to, at the moment, trying to beef up the forest sizes because they're just weedy at the moment. Like, this is meant to be thick forest. This one spot here, it's pretty just empty. And this is more trees than there is by default. So there's not many. But these things are just, they're heavy. Like, not heavy on their own, but it's just all those layers add up, so trying to make them fast. Oh, screw it. Let's just add that back onto here and see if that makes it look worse or faster. I can think of one way of making it faster, but I don't want to do that too much yet. Been pretty good. Daydreaming of recording a trailer and how to make it look good. Yeah, that sounds fun. I'm just trying to think of what a Heck Deck trailer would look like. What kind of like music and like micro narrative it would have. That's it with that. That should be a bit faster. Yeah. I guess it depends what kind of like pace you want to go for. Whether you want it fast paced or slower paced or a mixture. Or maybe it ramps up and slows down with the time, like the mechanics. Hey, maybe that's a thought. Right. Ah, it don't look that bad. Right, let's see if it's faster. So diag is true. Putting this diagnostic thing on slows the game right down, but it gives you all the information. It tells you if something's running faster or running slower. Or right, so let's just sit here for a bit and let it equal out. Yeah, ideally it would make like nice lines. Yeah, it does look a bit crazy. It's just got loads of like points that it tests, that it like times between, and each of those has got a name, and then for those names it puts a dot on the graph every frame. So ideally, if the game was well made, it would just be a straight line for all of them. But no, you can feel the lag spikes in it, and you can see it in the graph and on the titles on the right. I don't know what caused the lag spike. It's been there for ages. It just turned up one version and never went away. Anyway, the thing we're looking for is like draw stack. Ah, I can see it. It's in dark blue. Just above the purple one. It's a pain to see because all the text overlaps, but that doesn't matter because it tells you all of these and their percentage of like time it takes in the frame with actual times. Could you do a diff compare between version, you know, it changed on? Yes. Yes. Oh man, there was one bug that I did that for before. I don't remember what it was, but it was like most of every modern version just broke. Oh yeah, I remember that. I remember what it was. It was the floor directly under the player would not draw under any circumstances. I can't remember what caused it. Oh no, I remember what caused it. It was a fix for a bug that was just, I just put it in right at the beginning because I thought, oh yeah, I know how to fix that. And what I didn't know is that one fix was A, making a floor below the player disappear, and doubling the frame rate, so I just yanked it and have yet to come up with an alternative. Anyway, let's look for draw stack, 3.24%. That's still... It's lower than it was. It was at 3.4, but... Oh. Never mind. Well, I mean, it's not going above... Never mind, that's 3.8. Okay, so pretty much no change. You know, it looks fine like that. Let's just scrap that and make the testing method even better and measure what actually, you know, happens. That's in the if, isn't it? Yes. Right. Oh, just feel like you're in a tank when you're doing this. It's so slow compared to the... Right, let's let it sit for a bit. And see what it says. See if we can spot it. Oh, it's really low this time. Now that we can actually properly test it. Okay, that's odd though, because it looks like it's hanging at around 1 or 2%. Oh yeah, this graph, it's not like those two lines at the bottom, that cyan one and that purple one, they're probably like 50% apart. But at the top, since they were all just merging into one bar, split up as, you know, the percentages get smaller. So that brown one in the middle is probably like 12%. But up at the top, that draw stack, oh, sorry, sort stack. Oh, sort stack. Where's draw stack? Oh, there it is. Yeah, that looks like it's a couple percent. Let's see. Draw stack. 0.73%. That's really strange though. Because that is really strange. If it's only running at less than 1%, then why does increasing the amount of trees noticeably decrease the frame rate? Where's draw stack gone? Now it's up here, 0.7. Stack 0.31, that's nice. Less loops though. God, if only these things printed in some kind of order. Stack 0.82, so it's 0.8 to 0.6, I'd say. That's pretty low. You know what? Let's turn off the testing just to see if it was, because it could have been slowing down just all of those checks to see, okay, do I need to test this? Do I not need to test this? It could have been all of that slowing it down. Usually it doesn't matter, but I mean, you know, when you're dealing with that many loops, you know, it can matter sometimes. Right, how does it feel now? I can still feel the lag spike. You can see it in the droplets going up. You can see the lag spike. Screw it though, I'm putting that on the next version. I'm doing way too much for this current version. That's good on the next version. Aside from the lag spike, that's much nicer. Cool. So it might just have been that test checking. That's alright. So now then, back to what we want to do. Let's beef up the forests. Oh, let's see. So instead of 1 in 17, let's go for 1 in 9. See how that turns out. Okay, that's better. Let it settle. I can feel the lag spike, but other than that, it's not hurting it too much. The lag spike's there. In fact, it might feel a bit stronger. So maybe it's something that affects the lag spike. Whatever this lag spike is. Oops, I pressed something. Because that's a nice density of forest. Could be denser, but I'm happy with that. I'm much happier with that. Right. So, moral of the story. Take the testing system out of anywhere that might have a large amount of loops when it's not in use. Because, oh man, does it slow things down. Right. I did have one in the actual, like, 3D calculations, but that genuinely did, the frame rate was in single figures. Oh, yeah, also, something neat you might want to see. I have been working on the options menu. There are a few more. This one turns off text compression. This one makes it so that everything's equally detailed from a distance. Turn that off for the time being. But this one's a fun one. This is int maths. So let's turn int maths on. Then you get that good old nostalgic Quake 2 weapon model crunchiness. I love it. It's great. I just floored the outputs for the 3D function, and it's just glorious. God, love that wobble. It makes the pole regions look a bit crunchy. I like the halo effect around the edge, but it is a bit crunchy. Yeah, right. Let's see how beefy we can get these forests while keeping a good frame rate. Because at the moment it's 1 in 9. Okay, let's put that there then so we know that 1 in 9 works. Let's make sure we know that one too. Let's do 1 in 5. So there's now 1 in 5 chance of a tree spawning in forests. That's a lot more packed. A lot more packed. Probably also helps that trees actually billboard properly now. So, because they used to just billboard but still render this behind them all the way up to the distance. That's fixed though. And it's a nice dense forest. You know, it doesn't feel like it's slowing the game down much. Good. This is a good density. Uh-oh, 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 uh-oh. There's no 2D PNGs there. Right, let's fix that. That's broke. Ag. I don't know what does that. It's... We need to do this. Oh, whoops. Where the heck do I go? No thanks. Copy that. Because sometimes when it's trying to generate something, it doesn't clear out like the stacked items like trees. So this doesn't. Let's see, where does it clear out? Okay, well if it clears out here, then clears out here. Let's check to see how that works. Okay, that's good. Okay, no TDs there yet. There are no stacked items there. Good. Right. Oh, you can definitely see that lag spike on it. No clue what causes it though. I thought it was a level generation for a long time, but I got that onto a separate thread in the last version. And that did make things faster, but it didn't fix it. No clue what causes it. Oh yeah, let's beef up the trees in the crunchy forest. The what do I call it? Dry land. That's it. The orange ones. Oh yeah, the clouds thin out a bit much on this new version because there's not just all the old versions of the game just used to like say, okay, there's a hill here. It used to get a flat bit of land and it used to go hill here, hill there, few trees that way, grass here, and then that would be the level generation done. Now what it does is it assigns like a chunk height to, and then it like blends between the chunks. So then you start off with not a flat bit of land, you've got like a nice lumpy mountainous hilly sort of bit of land that it then goes and says what do I want on this, which is why it's a lot more varied in this newer version. Also thins out the clouds a lot since things are taller. So probably going to beef those up, maybe move them up a bit. There aren't many orange forests around here. Ah, there's one. Because, you know, the new beef, that's going to look weedy. Yeah, it just looks a bit empty. Let's work on that. Dry patterns. What I really should make at some point is like the proper biome system. Well, I have got a proper biome system, but I mean like one that you can just say, okay, here's like a text file with some numbers, make a biome from that, and then it does that, rather than this having to make a separate file with its separate function and its separate. It used to be all on separate tables with different names, so like forests were going to the forest table and plains are going to the plains table. That doesn't happen anymore. Thank goodness. What am I up to? Oh yeah, tree beef. Tree beef. Where's the beef? Is this it? Yeah, this is it. So it's 1 in 5 for the other one, so this one's going to be 1 in 5 as well. Maybe 1 in 7 if this is too chunky. I know there's one that way, but I think for the next version I've got written down on my list vehicles. That's probably not going to happen. I'm probably going to have to move that back again because the terrain generation is just too slow to have vehicles in. At the moment, at least. Unless there's sort of the vehicle that you get into and click on the map somewhere and it just takes you there. That would work. But vehicles going fast, I mean, the terrain generation is much slower now, it's on a separate thread. But the overall game speed has increased, so. That is a bit ugly, isn't it? Just a massive black spot on the ground, dividing this nice forest into. This is a bit thick. Should be alright though. I need to get around to messing with this biome because it hasn't been touched in how many months? Probably like half a year. I don't think I've touched this biome in like half a year, so it needs some work. Right, okay. So anyway, that is another thing off the list. More biomes complete. So now on 11 out of 17 things done. What are we on to next? Let's turn that off because that's done. So we got a new food resource, growing plants, and age. Let's do growing plants since that's going to be the most entertaining, hopefully. Right, so let's see what grows. Four, 12, 10, 9, 1. Let's write that down. 4, 12, Line 1. Anything else? Nope. Okay. Got a new map feature here, so it might have something in here that we can use to grow things off of. Like, I was thinking about doing it with like the animation timer. So when the animation timer hits a certain point, go on to the next frame, and then if you hit so and so a frame, produce a fruit or something. That'd be a simple way of doing it, but I'm not so sure that's a good idea. No, let's do it. The animation timer and stuff in here, though, is pretty bad. It is just if else. It's not good. You know, like this. Yuck. Right. Okay, those all have animation timers on them. Let's do a simple one. So, okay, let's find a plant that will grow something. I know this folder says plant, it's got rocks and things there, but the way I see it, it's like things that are planted in the ground, so let's see what can grow things. 7 and 8 can grow things. Oh no. That shouldn't be touched, not that one, not that one. Oh, I know. We could try out the new biome and have small orbs grow into the large orbs. Okay, let's do that. Okay, so that's plant 50 going into 48. 50. And plant is 48. Actually, we can't do too much on this. Yeah, I can't do too much for this. Okay, let's not do plant growing for the time being. Let's see what else there is. There's age and there's this new food resource, which is going to require this. Alright, whatever, let's just do age, because that should be easy enough. This fictional universe has its own time system. It's all split up into its sort of components.